Hi, I'm Steve Young. I'm an experienced chartered accountant with project management process improvement experience. Today we're going to talk about transforming the finance office and unlocking the potential of the data. The data today is the most important asset you have, and everybody's heard about the explosion of data, but so many people are not unleashing the full potential they have at their fingertips. So let's talk about, for instance, years ago we had the abacus, and then we moved to the calculator. Now I know there's a few steps in between, but in the interest of time, we'll just take that as one step. Then we have Excel. Now Excel's fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I love Excel. Excel's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But there's all these software solutions out there that can do budgeting, forecasting, and planning, and predictive, which we'll talk about later. But and perhaps I should have had a warning in this video, so please sit down if you're still using Excel, because if you're using Excel for your budgeting, forecasting, and planning, you're really, it's the equivalent of using Abacus when the calculator was available. That's the sort of how far behind you are. And you need to make this leap to software solution packages for your budgeting, forecasting, planning as soon as possible. I couldn't stress that highly enough. Now, which one you use really depends on your budget and your requirements and your in-house experience, etc. I know there's loads. Take the top 3 brand leaders, get a consultant in or a business partner to advise you, and do it. Just do it as soon as possible. Predictive. Now, with predictive, a lot of people think predictive is predicting sales or predicting revenue, but it's much more than that. Predictive analytics will be as mainstream now as you know, in 5 to 10 years, everybody will be doing predictive analytics. And you can be predicting, for instance, like maintenance. Maintenance, which is an expense line that is very hard to forecast accurately. But if you've got predictive analytics, you can determine which machine is likely to break down your production schedule. You can even work out which part and when, and therefore schedule maintenance before it happens, preventative maintenance. And this can save a lot of downtime, idle machines, idle employees. It can be a big saver, and it has been. There's a lot of examples of that. It could be, you could be a logistics company. Predictive analytics could be helping you work out what's the best route, what's the best time of route. Is it 3 a.m., is it 3 p.m.? That sort of thing. But just Google it. There's loads of examples where predictive analytics can really make a massive difference to your business, a massive difference. But obviously, there's a few things you need to get right here before you go down the track of predictive. Reporting packages, which is my favorite. Let me just quickly talk about reporting packages. A lot of people that do board reports, management reports, APRA reports, ASIC reports, all sorts of reports. And they're doing them all individually. Some people have them linked, but now there's packages out there, solutions out there that can link to Excel, can link to the software solution packages, can link to anything, and have it all automated so that what's in report A will be the same as report B, is the same as report C, etc., etc. The variance is automatically done for you. The commentary is automatically done for you. This is a real time saver. And also, it's more than a time saver, it's a morale booster, it's a piece of... I used to do these reporting packages, and there's a lot of consequences if you get these reports wrong for the likes of APRA or ASIC, and this takes that piece, gives you that peace of mind and that confidence when you hand over these reports. I'll talk more about that a little bit later, perhaps. Month end, quarter end, year end. Too many companies are spending too much time on the month end and the quarter end and the year end. It has to be streamlined. You need to get this done faster. It's not adding real value. Is that adding value to your sales? Is it adding value to, to reducing your expenses? It's not. You're taking too much time on it. You should be faster at this. We need to move on. Rolling forecasts. Moving on, rolling forecasts. Some people are still doing yearly forecasts. No. Do 6-quarter forecasts, 18 months forecast. You forecast the first 3 months accurately, month 1, month 2, month 3. The second quarter, month 4, month 5, month 6, forecast as accurately as possible. The remaining 6 quarters, you just forecast on a quarterly basis. Then the next quarter, it rolls on. You just do the first 3 months as accurate as possible, which will be more accurate than it was previously. Then the next quarter, monthly, and then the following 6 quarters, just on a quarterly basis. And again, with regards to that chart of accounts, I've seen companies with thousands in their chart of accounts. Most companies only need 100 in their chart of accounts. That's all you need. That's all that's required. Having more than that is just not beneficial. Having that breakdown of marketing to all those levels, it's not adding value again. It's all about, if you're running a coffee shop, is it helping you sell more cups of coffee? And the answer is no. KPIs. Now KPIs are, to a lot of people think about KPIs about sales, and you think of debtor turnover days and expenses. KPIs are so much more than that, and to be honest, that's not KPIs. That, I'm not saying don't track them. Of course, do track those normal KPIs, but is that key? Are they key to your business? No. A key to your business, if you're in a manufacturing business, a key to your business may be key employees. If that employee leaves, or what impact will that have on my production schedule? Will I make those delivery targets? If the question is, well, you're concerned, then that's a KPI for you. Those key employees, how can you track it? Well, now we have so much at our fingertips with the data. Your HR department should be linked to your key employees in LinkedIn. And then if there's been no activity for these employees on LinkedIn, and suddenly they update their LinkedIn profile 8 or 9 times in 1 month, I think that's a fairly good indicator that something's changed there, and you may need to have a chat with them and say, look, whether that would be more remuneration, or change their workload, or find out what's happening. Are they not happy? Is there something changed? That's what you should be doing. KPIs, it could be, for instance, Kodak. Perhaps a KPI for Kodak should have been looking at competition. If they had have seen at one stage the sale of digital cameras was really quite small, but the trajectory and the tenfold increase in sales should have raised alarm bells. If they were looking at that, they would have said, oh, look at that little company's doing quite well, let's buy it. Or at least got into that business themselves. So KPIs in today's world, which is very disruptive, and all this is, we're in a very disruptive world these days. You've got to be more proactive about finding out what's happening, and you've got to be more proactive about doing all this. And all of this leads to productivity. This all leads to productivity. And to go back, last year I was talking to a guy who did the reporting packages, and this is really why I'm doing all this. In the last year I got to talk to a lot of CFOs, the pleasure of talking to a lot of the finance offices, and I realized not an awful lot were still operating in old modes of operation, basically, and hadn't moved forward. And I was even quite large companies in it. So if you're in the old boat, don't be too concerned. Do something about it. But you're in really a lot of good company. There's a lot of large companies that still haven't grasped where they should be. And as I say, there was a gentleman I was speaking to who had implemented just the reporting packages. They'd already done the rest of this years ago. But he said the biggest benefit wasn't that he saved employees' time, and there was the boost in morale of the finance office. But you've got these highly skilled, highly paid finance professionals and business analysts who then could add value. He says their profits increased significantly, and all the lines of business, and they knew because the feedback from all the lines of business was the finance professionals are coming in, the business analysts are coming in, they're adding real value, they're contacting us, they're giving us information, they're telling us we've noticed this trend, we've noticed that. This is where you can get real value from these people. You're freeing up the time instead of doing data entry and menial tasks, important tasks, but menial. They can add real value, and you can really see an explosion in your business. Please get engaged in this, transform your business, unlock the potential of your data, and free up these finance professionals to add real value to the rest of your business. My name's Stephen Young. If you want to talk about any of this, please contact me on LinkedIn. Thanks very much.